Hey, welcome back to the Tangle Quilt Along. We are on week 4. If you've missed any of those previous videos, you can go back and watch them.
We have 2 sponsors this week, A Piece of Quiet Quilt and Everyday Modern Quilt. Both quilters are offering long arming services for your Tangle quilt.
There's a link to enter that giveaway in your week 4 email, or you can just click the link below this video. So this week we have another set of blocks to make, and I'm going to put on the screen now how many blocks that you need to make this week. All right, but we've covered all of the demos. We've covered how to make the block, and we've covered how to make the block quicker with batch sewing. This week we are not going to make blocks together, but what we are going to talk about is layout. What I've been doing is just putting my blocks as I finish them on the design wall. If you don't have a design wall, you could be putting them on a table surface. You could be laying them out on the floor. However you want to lay them out is fine. I know some people use spare beds and things like that. Hopefully you have a place where you can lay them out and they can sit for a few days. So let's just talk about the design wall though, because I always get questions about it. This is foam core board with batting taped around it. So I've taken foam core board, and I've actually had multiple pieces of foam core board. I've taped those foam core boards together. This is something you can get at any home improvement store. I got mine at Lowe's. I taped the foam core boards together, and then I cut a piece of batting that was bigger than the board I made, and I wrapped the batting around the board and then taped it. Then I took the whole thing and nailed it on the wall. So it's not as hard as it might be in your head. It's a bulky getting it made and getting it up there, but it's doable. I did these myself. I got one here, and then I've got one in my big room. So I've gone ahead and put my blocks on the wall as I've made them. So they're not in any type of good order. Your pattern is going to tell you how many rows and how many columns that you're going to have, right? And if you'll notice that the blocks are going horizontal and then vertical, horizontal, vertical, and that's how they go through the whole quilt. And you want to make sure that you keep it that way, because what the reason for this is so that you don't have to match seams when you sew one block to another block. And doing it this way lets you avoid that, which we all absolutely love, not having to match seams. All right, but there's a couple of things that you want to look out for when you are laying them out. And you want to find a color that you're not using that much. In my case, I think it's going to be this brown. But another color that is really standing out for me is this green. And I've been moving them around a little bit, and I don't have them all up here yet. I've been moving around a little bit because I don't want that green to be clustered anywhere in my quilt. I want it to be fairly evenly spread out. So I want to just kind of put the blocks here and get them all sorted out, and then I just want to keep looking at them and looking at them, and the more you look at them, the more you're going to see. So I'm going to let you see me put the rest of my blocks up here, and then we'll go from there. I ended up with one block extra, so I'm just going to hold on to that for now. What I want to do is just kind of keep looking at it and keep trying to see if there's any kind of cluster of colors that are the same intensity or the same fabrics touching. So this may not be true for everyone, but I don't like when my fabrics touch, like strawberries and strawberries. So I can move this one So I've got that one block extra. Nope, that sets me up with that one. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can swap these. All right, that's okay, but now this one's got to be moved. So I've just got to keep at this, keep staring at it, and letting myself find those blocks that are, you know, that shouldn't be together. All right, and sometimes you just have to keep looking. And the more you look at this, wherever you've got it laid out, the more you look at it, the more you're going to see. And that's why I like to leave it up for a few days, so that when I can pass by here and every time something jumps out at me, I can go ahead and change it then. So by the time next week gets here, when we start sewing these blocks together for our rows, I will have stared at this for several days, and I'll notice things and I'll move them around. That way I can get everything in just the right position. So let me swap that one. That won't help me. Another thing with this dark green fabric that I want to keep looking at is I don't want it to all be going horizontal. I need to have a few of them that go vertical. But that's kind of what I want to spend this next few days doing, just looking at this until I have everything in the right place. Sometimes it even helps to take a picture of it with your camera and then look at that picture, because I don't know, sometimes I can just see things on a phone better than a camera than I can see, you know, standing here. So I'll probably play around with this and change it a bunch of times before I'm finally ready to sew it together. So that's it this week, short and sweet. I hope you have fun making your final set of blocks and laying them out. Next week we'll start sewing them together. Don't forget to enter that giveaway. Links are right below. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you next time.